Hello, citizens of the internet, and welcome to the Dad's Guide to Minecraft, Create Above and Beyond. Well, today we have a really cool episode planned, and that is we are going to finally make our andesite alloy machine, and we are going to go ahead and turn all of the stuff that we have, our farms and everything together into what we've been waiting for, and that is a kinetic mechanism manufacturing line. So if that sounds like a plan, then let's get started. Okay, well, before we get too far along here, there's something we have to do, and that is to go into the nether. And I'm going to put the nether portal right here. I cleared a little space for it. I have everything that we need. I have my gold boots on. And I also wanted to show you that I went ahead and I put dirt down here. And you're like, DG, why do you have this dirt? It looks terrible. What are you doing? This is because I wanted to make sure that I had planned out where the different conveyor lines were going to go. So I didn't get on screen and waste a lot of time trying to figure out where everything went. So I did that as a kind of a pre-activity. And I also went ahead and I dug the hole right here that goes all the way down to our bedrock down there for our cobbled andesite we'll be manufacturing a little bit later. But we need to go into the nether, like I said, because I need some soul sand. I have a really cool design. I think it's original. If it's not, I have never seen it before. It may be on other people's channels. You can leave that in the comments below if it is, but I have not seen it. And then I've also thought to be a little bit more, I guess, original. I'm going to use vanilla mechanics with a water stream, bringing up the cobblestone into where we're going to process it. So that is why I need soul sand. But for now, let's go ahead and, put down our 10, just 10 because the old obsidian still is hard for us to get at this point in time. Let's go ahead and make a flint and steel, which I did not grab this out of where I needed it over there because I was going to keep it there, and we'll just use this. It's always good to have it on you so you can always light this if something happens and you need to get back through. Okay, so we are going to take our cobblestone right here, and as we come through, if we need to lay it down, we are going to lay it down. Everything all right? Okay, let's do it. Always good to crouch too. Oh, okay, cool. Actually a decent spawn. This is one of the safer environments as long as you don't look at the Endermen to spawn into, because it really is just Endermen. And it has some of the coolest wood types as well, and you don't have to worry about having hoglins or piglins attack you right off the bat. Okay, but we need soul sand, so that means we need to go a little bit lower, get down by the water, by the lava. But I don't want to get to a situation where I don't know where I am. It looks like we spawned really high up too, by the way. Really high up. All right. I'm going to try to make my way down there, and I'll light up a path just so I don't get lost. And we'll grab some of this stuff as well. I should have brought the Silk Touch pickaxe, because we could actually have picked up some of this as well. Well, it looks like everything behind where we are is a big old basalt delta, and I'm not seeing really anything down this way, so let's go a different direction. All right, good news, I think I found a soul sand valley. Bad news is there's gas everywhere. Like right there. He's like watching for me. He knows I'm back here hiding. I need to be quick though. I just need some soul sand. Shovel out here, grab as much as we can before the gas starts firing on me. Actually, I think before I leave, it's probably a good idea to go ahead and grab some of this nether quartz too, which we will need for other projects. So I will grab some of this. Okay, as we come down here to bedrock level, let me explain what I've done so far. So I came down here underneath where this hole is going to be, and I cleared out a big area looking specifically for a formation of bedrock that is going to match where I want to build this contraption, and that is an area which is where there's 4 little sections like this of bedrock, and in the middle is not bedrock, or it could be bedrock, it doesn't really matter, but I wanted in each cardinal direction like this to be bedrock, because this is going to be an efficient andesite farm. I don't know how to explain it. I really I had thought about this design for a long time, and I'm just excited to try it out and see if it works, and this is perfect. So if you're playing along with me, let me just go here to the coordinates really quick. This is where this is. It's -305, 5, -321. So you can come here, and if you're looking for exactly the same space. Now, if you haven't found an area in your world where there is cobblestone or a bedrock just like this, like in the 4 different areas like this, there are plenty where there's 3 areas, like right here, there's 3, right over here, there's 3 right here. So 3 is not hard. And that just means with this design, one of the areas will not produce anything but cobblestone. So that's not a problem. We use cobblestone for lots of builds. You can turn that line into a farm for iron like I did in a previous episode up top there. But we're going to try to make this all as efficient as possible. So I went ahead and put a lot of the materials we'll need so far down here for this build, and this is just leftovers from clearing this area out. But what I want to do is let's go ahead and set this up right now. And we are going to do polished granite stairs and blocks. So I need 4 polished granite stairs. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And the rest, let's just go ahead and turn into polished granite blocks like that. Okay. Now, it doesn't have to be polished granite. I just like the look of it. Now, where we have the 4 directions, so right here, right here, right here, and right here. On the one right behind it, we're going to put a stair facing away from the inside. So like this. And I'll show you kind of above it in a second. So you see, like, we have the one in the middle, and then we have these 4 right here with the back of the stair facing it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put these blocks on each side like this. And that'll come in handy in a second, and I'll show you. And then we're going to put one on the end like this. One right here. Get rid of that torch, and I'll put another torch up here. So we have some light shining on the side, and one right here as well, just like that. Okay, so the total setup is, if you can kind of see it here, maybe I should just pillar up really quick with, how about sill sand? Should look like this. So the stairs and the blocks, and then you have a 3x3 right here in the middle. Okay, now we can come on down. Okay, now what we can do is we can waterlog these stairs, and I have a whole like infinite water source over there, but I forgot that I had this elderwood bucket that has 4. We can refill it back up here again afterwards. But you can see what happens is when you waterlog the stair this direction, the water doesn't spill into the center area. That is what we want to have happen. Because what we're going to do is we're going to put lava here, and as the lava spreads out from the center, it's going to come in contact with this block, which it interprets this as being a water source, and it'll turn it into cobblestone here, 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 and here. Okay, with me so far? Stop me if you don't understand. And let's keep working. All right, so coming back over here to where we're going to have our little andesite generation little area. The problem with getting the cobbled blocks, and you'll get cobbled gabbro, cobbled andesite, cobbled granite, and cobbled diorite from this process. It's getting them off of the bedrock, because you can't build anything below it. Like, you can't put a conveyor belt to move them off. So fans blowing them off work. Having maybe the block right next to it, suck it over might work as well. But this is something that I thought would be kind of a cool design, where we take advantage of the mechanics in the create mod itself. So let's go ahead and just put some temporary blocks down on 2 of the sides, just like this. Crouch and click down like that. You have to get close to it, but that has it pointing down. So as you can see, the tip of the drill goes past that block a little bit. This is what's going to actually break apart the cobble as it comes around. And we'll do the same thing here. So crouch and click, and that brings that down. So we're gonna have 2 drills working in tandem as we move this machine around. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab those linear chassis that I just demonstrated building, and we're going to put them on top of here. But we want them facing down. So once again, if we use our temporary blocks here and just come up and grab that and have them facing down just like that, and there we go, and the one across like that. Okay, this is where we are going to attach them. Now what we want to do is, if we slime these blocks, we need to stick those drill bits to the linear chassis, because if we don't, they won't spin with it. Now we're going to put 2 chests up here as well, so that's why I didn't worry about sliming the bottom of them. But if you hit this twice, it does both sides. So it's doing the top and then the bottom. Okay. So now both of those are now stuck on to this linear chassis coming across just like this. Now let's go ahead and grab those chests. Oh, do I have them right here? Okay, I do. All right, we can come up here and we're going to put a chest on this side right here like this. There we go. And I'll put one right here in a second, but we're going to go ahead and stack up linear chassis. I think that might be high enough right there. The trick is I wanted to get this off the ground so we can easily get power to the top of this, and then also have the conveyor belts come at a certain height so I can have the different variations of the cobble separated out down here, so I don't have to worry about bringing them up through the water stream themselves. So let's leave it at that for now. And I think what I want to do is let's go ahead and I think we'll put the radial chassis on this right now as well. There we go. That takes a little bit more effort than it should. All right, so let's go ahead and since we have this going this direction now, we can go ahead and put some of our gearboxes in place. So we're going to need a vertical gearbox. We will have it going over this direction because we'll have our water wheel over here. Do I want to? Yeah, I definitely want to go that way like that. And then we'll do our shafts going over this direction right here. Then get another vertical gearbox there coming down, which is what I want. So let me go ahead and clean this up real quick, and then I'll be right back. Okay, now that we have our other chest in there and then our space cleared for our water wheels right here, let's go ahead and put the portable storage interface onto the chassis itself. So let's go ahead and grab some super glue, and we're going to stick it on this one right near the top like that, and then put the portable storage interface down just like so. Okay, now this needs to be at least 1 block away from the end is going to be. So if we had it right here off of this one, that would be fine. We could even go 1 over if we wanted to. But what I want to try to do is I want to try to line it up as close as I can to this. So this is where the conveyor line is going to come down right here. So I want it to be on top of this one like this. And I will need to put some blocks down just so I can get this up there. Let's go ahead and use our soul sand like we've been using. It seems to be the easiest one to break down again. 1 more up like this. There we go. And then we can have the portable storage interface, other one facing this direction like that. And that'll swing around, and that'll be 1 gap in between those 2, which is exactly what we want. And then what we want to do is we want to have a hopper coming down off of this that's going to drop the cobblestone and everything onto a you know what, I think actually we'll have it go into a chest. I think that'll still be good to have the terminal go into a chest here, And let's go ahead and we'll just use this for right now. This will be easier. Right there. Okay, that's good. Okay. And we'll get a chest right there. Is that too far away? Made too far away, didn't I? Yep, that is one too far away. So let's go ahead and just plop that down like that. And we'll get rid of this one again right here and then take those out. Let's go ahead and see if we stick one on the front. Yep, okay. That works. That's coming out the right direction. And we need a hopper going into this side of the chest right here like that. There, that way when that swings around, those will interface, it'll drain into this chest. And this chest right here will dump onto a conveyor belt that is moving down towards this hole. And is it still lined up? It is lined up perfectly. Okay. That is what we want to see. Now, what we can do is maybe want to put the conveyor line in just so we know where we're building. So there isn't confusion, because I definitely do not want to be confused about where this is going to go. So that's going to come in here. And then the conveyor line is going to stop right against this. Right there. Because what happens when objects reach the end of the conveyor belt is they kind of get tossed into whatever is next. So it'll actually get thrown into the water stream that's going to go straight up here. All right, so we got 3 high there, 3 high there. Okay, that should work. And let's go ahead and put the mechanical belt down now so we can see exactly where this is going to go. So we got one of our shafts going here. And then one of our shafts going right up until we reach this point. And we can go ahead and bring our glass down as well, because this will help us see what's going on and happening here like this. And as we need to get up in here to put stuff in, I'll be able to come up through the bottom. That's not going to be a problem. Okay. But it would be nice to have some more torches around here, just so we don't get too many spawns. There we go. Okay. So that is fine right there. Now let's go ahead and we'll make the mechanical belt go all the way across, this is one of the nice things. You basically, you know, it's not like per length, it's per actual belt. These belts can be like really, really long. Okay. And that just counts as one belt. Yeah, that's nice. All right. So we're going to carry the cobbled stuff down this belt, and then we can do on this side actually. We can do the same thing with our storage drawers. We do storage drawers that are locked and to the different types of cobble. They come into double chests, and then we can have it go down into double chests. Now, what we need to do is eventually we'll need rotational power to that conveyor belt. But we can go ahead and get the water wheels going. We're not going to hook up any of this just yet, because I want to make sure that this is working properly, everything first, before we get this running. Okay, now that we have the water wheel spinning, we just need to connect it to this for rotational force, and then maybe make a branch coming off of here, maybe up and then branch it off or something like that first, just so we have, or even like put a, yeah, I think we could do that actually. We could actually branch it off here first, and that's what will power the mechanical belt right here, going into where we're going to have the soul sand bubble column right here. So for this, I think the best thing for us to do might be to get the bubble column going. And for that, let's just go ahead and temporarily block off an area here like this. And I'll get rid of this one right here as well. So I can get in here. I think what I'll do is I'll put the water first, and then I'll come down here, and we'll get into it, and then we'll add the kelp going up to make the bubble column work. So probably the easiest thing to do would be to go up to the top, drop the water down, and then come down and start putting the kelp down as well. Okay, so if we throw a water bucket down up here at the top like this, it'll end up making the bubble column once we put the kelp down all the way up to here. but we're going to want it to go up just a little bit higher than this. So let's go ahead and grab some of our building blocks, and we're going to make this just slightly higher. Yeah, we got our layered gabbro here, and we're just going to come up on the sides like this. A little bit more. I think it's going to, we're going to want it to spill out here onto the conveyor belt that's on that bottom level there, which will be fine. So we're going to have it come out one more like this. And then we'll have one coming off the top here, because this will actually shoot, this will be strong enough to shoot the items all over the place if we don't have a top on this. But we'll do that once we get down here. So let's go ahead and we'll put the water source here. Yeah, that'll be fine for now. Okay. Actually, we probably want to block this off like that just for now. All right, actually, that is a long way to go down without having some kind of way to not die. So I think what we're going to do is maybe get my respiration helmet as well. But I think we should probably start at the bottom and work our way up. That way we're getting the bubble columns below us as we go up. That'll help propel us up as we're laying stuff down. Well, I actually have no idea what I did with my respiration helmets. That's too bad. But let's go down here and we'll start at the bottom and work our way up, and hopefully that will allow it so we don't die. So I think if we cut in the side here and go up, we should be able to do it. There we go. Okay. And you just start putting the kelp down just like this, and it'll change that into water source blocks so we can get in here and just go up as fast as we can. Can I make it? Oh, whew. Oh man, that was a close one. All right, time to heal up again. Almost to the top. Would have been really easy if I could have found my helmet. There we go. And now when we break it down below, all of these will be water source blocks. And we put the soul sand underneath it. It'll make a bubble column that will shoot the items straight up this direction. So let's go back down and let's get that bubble column set up. Okie dokie. So we're going to go ahead and put the soul sand right here. So we'll just go ahead and break this. Put the soul sand down there. Now all of that should be a bubble column going up to the top. So now items will come underneath this block. See, there's a little bit of gap here. They'll come underneath here. They'll hit the bubble column. They'll go straight up into the air. Okay, so that part is done. So right now, when things go up to the top, they're just going to go onto the ground. So what I might want to do is set up something up there just to catch the items really quick now that we have that working. And then we'll come back down, hook all of this up to rotational power, and, well, also put the lava down in the middle so we can see how this works. Okay, so if we set up a chest right here, let's see. I know I have the chest somewhere. There we are. Okay. And we got our belts there. So we're going to put a chest like that, maybe. Like that. I think that'll work. Yep. Okay. Put that against there. Okay, that stops it from flowing. That'll flow into here. And we'll go ahead and replace this with just blocks around it just to make it look a little bit nicer. And this one's going to come up like that, so it stops them from coming up. They get pushed right through here. They have a nice speed to them. They come into the funnel, which will be facing the right direction once we get our... did I leave the wrench downstairs? Okay, little trick. If you... I know I showed you the wrench trick before. If you hit it with a wrench, you can flip it around. But if you don't have your wrench on you, what you can do is you can grab it and then crouch click, and then it has it pointing in just like that. So if we were to throw, let's just throw this in here real quick. That gets sucked in, that goes in here. Okay, so we're gonna leave this right now just to test it out and make sure that everything works. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna replace this with a basin and then a mixer, because we're gonna have our algal bricks come in this way on conveyor belts into the mixer right here. They're gonna meet with the andesite alloy, and then it's going to be outputted as, or andesite coupled andesite, and then it's going to be andesite alloy outputted up into here like so. And I may want to move this just over one, we'll see. But I think this will work for right now. There may be some tweaking that we have to do just to adjust this line to work better. But I think, like I said, for right now, this will be okay. All right, so let's go downstairs again into the basement, as I'm calling it these days. And let's see if we can get this all set up and working. Okay, good. That's spinning in the right direction. That seems to be a pretty decent pace right there. Excellent, excellent. So that is the biggest thing that we have to worry about. And then I can easily connect these right here and then down, and that'll start spinning this around. But let's go ahead and also get our storage drawers all set up here so we have a place for the non-andesite alloy to get dropped into. So for this, what we're going to do is let's get some height here so we can work on this a little bit easier. We're going to need our hoppers and our storage drawers and our key to lock them. And we're going to need samples of each type of alloy that we're going to lock, which I don't think we have just yet. So let us go ahead and put this together first. There's our oak drawers right there, our funnels, perfect, okay. And we need our chest down here as well, like that. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll do them right here. Let's come up here so we can see a little bit better. Okay, that's one too high. Or this way, there we go. Okay, so we want to put a storage drawer on this side over here. Let's just go ahead and probably the easiest way to do this is, of course, to actually put blocks on this side where we want them to go. Right here, coming up like that. And let's skip one. So we'll just do that there. And this will be the next row here. That. And the next one right here. And this will allow us to also, if we need to expand more storage drawers, we can down here. I don't want to get rid of all of these blocks. They're good blocks to have for building, especially the gabbro, which we're going to be using for the rest of these builds here. So let's go ahead and put our oak storage drawers down like so, like that. And I think actually, okay, yeah, we definitely want them facing this direction like this so we can see what is going into them and lock it a little bit easier. So we'll do that like that. All right. And like I said, I will need samples of each one of these, but we can go ahead and get this set up for right now. Okay, so underneath each one of these, we're going to go ahead and put a hopper and some chests. And the hoppers are going to face off towards the back. Crouch and click there so we can get these off of here like that. And we'll bring it down one more like this. And then we can have the hoppers go in like so. So we'll grab our hoppers again. There we go, just like that. Then we'll do double chests for each one of these like that. And then we're going to do another set of double chests down here like this. And then another set down here like this. And then all you do is you do hoppers going in like this and like this. That way what's going to happen is these will suck in the item that we want. They'll be moved in here and we'll fill up each one of these double chests first. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat that for these three right here. And then I'll be back. Okay, now that we have that done, we can go ahead and put the funnels on the outside here. We can crouch click so they're facing in the right direction, just like that. And that way it'll pick up what we want it to. But once we grab everything that we need from here first. So I think we're ready to get this thing working right here. And this is going to be interesting. So let me show you how this ends up working. All right, let's grab a bucket. And we're going to grab some lava from over here. Found this pocket. Worked out really well. Okay. Now we just have to come over to the center. This shape that we made right here, where we have that block that's not the bedrock right there. And when we put this in, it'll actually start spreading out, but it'll block itself in because when it hits this, it'll turn into a cobblestone variety, right? So put this down here. And look at that. it turns into, this is andesite, that's diorite, and that is the gabbro right there. Okay, now let's go ahead and get this thing spinning. So let's hook this up. There. It's drilling through there. And it'll start moving. Drilling the next ones. Getting with the interface. Putting the cobblestone down here. And these will start getting sucked up. And once we start getting these sucked up, I'll go ahead and pull them out. And we can go ahead and make the different lines for each one of those there. So I think we'll have each variety here in a second. We can actually go to this first one here. There we go, the granite. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let me go ahead and turn this back off again, just so we don't have this working against us while we're trying to get all this stuff up here. Then we can come over here and let's do this first one as granite. And I think what we need to do this first is let's go ahead and we'll pull this hopper off. Hopefully I was able to grab that and didn't go up. Okay. Grab this one real quick here. Okay. Okay. Now those should be locked so they can't actually... oh, the hopper did go in here. All right, so let's come in here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this first one we'll go ahead and do granite. So we'll put that down right here. And then we're going to grab our key and lock it like that. Okay. And then this one right here, we're going to do diorite. And we'll lock it. And then finally, we'll do gabbro right here and lock it like that. Okay, perfect. Now we can get these hoppers back in, just like that. Okay. Pop back up here real quick. All right, line is clear, line is clear. So now when we turn this back on, what we should see is this line just producing all the way down here, just the andesite cobblestone going down this direction, okay? So let's go ahead and get this turned back on again. And I think what I want to do is I actually want to put a clutch in right here. And I did bring the clutch. So we'll go ahead and drop this in like that. And then we can put our lever down, which I think is still over there. But let's go ahead and grab the lever real quick. Okay, there we are with the lever. Throw that up there, and then we can turn that off, and that shuts off the drill from working, and that's all we need to do right there. We can put a redstone link at some point in time down here, and we can turn it off and on from the bottom. But this is working great. Now let's go up here and check how the line is working. Okay, so the andesite alloy should pass all of this all the way down here and go that direction. Perfect. And these are getting sucked up. The gabbro should go into here. Awesome. Okay. Filtering system is working. Now let's go ahead and get rid of these blocks right here. Hopefully they don't go into the conveyor belt. I don't like that one did. Yeah, okay. That is the danger of working around the conveyor belts. Things do get on them. I'll just go up to the top, not a big deal. Okay, so this is working perfectly down here. All right, now let's go up to the top and make sure that everything is working up there. Okay, so this should be filled with andesite and a couple other random blocks because it wasn't perfect when we were building it, right? But yeah, there's the andesite cobblestone. There's 2 of the limestone that came up with it. But we should continue to get andesite cobblestone coming up in here, and we'll just keep on checking this to make sure that it's working. Oh, I was in the way. Let's throw this in here. There we go. So we are getting the andesite coming in here. Great. All right. That is something that I thought was going to be a little bit more difficult than it actually was. I think this is a very solid design for the drill, and then also keeping it elevated enough, separating things out, and being able to bring them into this setup. Okay, now the fun part. We got to mix this together with the algal blend, or the algal bricks, and then we also need to then put this down a line of deployers and turn that into the kinetic mechanisms. So let me go ahead and replace these dirt blocks right here with our mechanical belts and get, I think, probably the deployers set up. Just, you know, get them power, and we'll see if we can get this whole thing running properly. Okay, after a couple days of trying to get this to go all the right direction. It should be all set up now. I have the power coming up from down underneath where you have the windmill, and I have a bunch of these just gearboxes just around to make sure that all of the conveyor belts are going in the right direction. So when we put down our andesite funnel right here, it'll start pushing them down here onto this conveyor belt, into another funnel that goes into here, a funnel going out of here that goes into here, and then this one automatically outputs to here, which will go up into a double chest up here that'll drop down into 2 deployers that are deploying andesite, and then the last one that will be cutting things with a saw, which will have another chest above it. And then we'll have our slabs coming down this conveyor belt right here and joining the line. So hopefully this whole thing works. I do have to make the deployers still. So we come over here really quick and grab, let's see. I know I have the hand somewhere. There we go. And then I need the andesite machines right there. Okay. Come over to the smithing table and you put those in there and these in here. And then you get the deployers. We're gonna need 3 of those. We're also gonna need to grab the saws. I know I have them here. So one's almost broken, one's right here. So we'll use those and I'll have to make more. We want them to face down, which I think might be easier actually to have them like if we push them down like this, maybe? Yeah, okay, that works. There we go. And right there, like that. Okay. But I needed that back thing there. Now we can go ahead and put the hoppers right on top of here, like this. And then we're gonna want to have this will work. Easier to put these against the back than it is to crouch and click and do all these unnatural things with our character here. So let's do this. There we go, the double chest and then the single chest right there. Now if we put this, let's see, yeah, in there, should automatically be in the hand, and this will go in the hopper. So if we come down here and look, yep, there's the saw. Perfect. Okay. Now the reason why I did the double chest with the 2 hoppers here is because as the andesite alloy comes up here, it'll go into the double chest, and the double chest will distribute between these 2 hoppers. Like it won't, I don't think it picks one as a primary one. I think it just starts to drop it down both. So it's kind of an easy way for us to sort without doing a lot of sorting. So now that we have that working, let's go ahead and grab this stuff here. And we will need to put a mixer here, a mechanical mixer. And I have one all set to go. All right. But I will need to set all of this stuff up with rotational power, which I have not done yet. So you can just click on the top of this, that goes up there. And I do have a vertical gearbox coming up right here that we can work our way over to that one. But I think we want to actually speed this up a little bit. So let's go ahead and do our stepping up activity. So we'll do the large cogwheel there, and we'll do the small one coming off of here. And let's see, can we do another large one on top of this one? There we go. Okay, and then we can do another small one coming off of here. Maybe. Is that too far off to one side? Maybe not. Let me do one more right here. There we go. All right, that mixer is spinning pretty good. Now we just need rotational power coming up here, and we can do that via another vertical gearbox, and we just need to power one of these. Okay, all I had to do was basically just move the rotational power up on this side, and so that it knew it was there, it aligned these correctly. I wasn't having any luck with the wrench turning it the proper direction, so that is all hooked up nice and neat. And I think the last thing we want to do probably is to have something to catch the finished mechanisms once they're done here. Okay, I think this is probably all set for us to put the funnels in place and see what happens. Okay, this is kind of scary. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get the andesite going first, which means we can go over here and let's get and don't worry, this keeps on catching on fire. It doesn't actually destroy anything. It's just very weird. Let's get a funnel here. Okay, there's our algal bricks coming out. There we go. Then we want a funnel going in here in the back like that. Okay, and then one coming out the back like this. There we go. And these should mix together and make andesite alloy. There we are. Now it should drop into both of these. Let's see if that works. Oh, I don't have up here yet. There we go. Okay, yep, and it went into both of those. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. Okay. So we are making andesite alloy like nobody's business right now. Now, let's see. Let's get the input here coming in. All right. And I think the last thing that we need is we need the good old wood planks coming out of here. So let's see what happens if we do that. Okay. I have the wood farm turned off right now. I'll turn that back on in a second. But let's check this out. 1 andesite alloy. 2 andesite alloy. Saw. Kinetic mechanism. Let's just double check it goes in here. Oh. I hate when I do that. All right. Well, we have it in here. Let's see what we have. Kinetic mechanisms. Yay. All right. We did it. We did it. This is automatic kinetic mechanisms. I know the episode took a while today. Thanks for sticking with me. But I think overall this turned out just brilliant. Now, the last thing to do is to complete this with making an automatic andesite machine, which I don't have the ability to do automatically yet. I need to have a little bit more advancements to get to the point where we can auto craft. But I think I don't need to do that. I think all I have to do is take this, and I just need a andesite casing, I believe, right here. Go ahead and make these. And let's see. There we go. Quest 1 complete. Let's go ahead and click this one off. There we are. Okay, we got it. And I can go ahead and collect these. Yep. Perfect. All right. And I think we will actually get a bonus quest here in a little bit that'll have us automate the mechanical belts. But that is for another time. And with that, that's going to bring us to the end of today's episode. If you've enjoyed watching the whole process of getting the andesite alloy turned into these kinetic mechanisms automatically, then you know what to do. Click that like button, smash the subscribe button, and press that notification bell. I think next time we're going to go ahead and take a look at what the next quest is, and maybe take steps to kind of prepping the area and maybe getting started on that. But man, this Create Above and Beyond, it is a fun mod pack. And if you're following along and playing along, I hope you've enjoyed the way that I built the contraptions today and got everything working. I would love to hear from you. Please leave a comment in the comment section below. And until next time, this has been Dad's Guide. Bye for now.